Court that's asked the SBI's chairman to file an affidavit by 5 o'clock in the evening, indicating that all details have been disclosed related to the electoral bonds which were in its possession and no detail has been withheld. The Chief Justice of India questioned why the SBI has not disclosed the alpha-numeric number, the number that links political parties to the donors. This was what was said in the Supreme Court by the Chief Justice of India. The first order's language asked for all details to be made public, but that hasn't been the case, and which is why they've questioned the State Bank of India for being selective in furnishing details, and also that they should not wait for an order to provide all kind of details. So, this is what happened in court. Let's just listen to some of the arguments that took place.
The disclosure shall be made with effect from the date of the interim order, 12th of April 2019.
Yes.
Right or wrong, we have taken a conscious decision that the cutoff will be the date of our interim order. And we also explain why we took that date. We said after that date, of course, the Constitution Bench has an option to go all the way back from the date of the bond or from the date of the judgment, some place via media, some via media in between. We took 12th of April 2019 because it was our considered view of all of us five that once that interim order was pronounced, everybody was on notice, what we told Mr. Rodgi. Now we have maintained that.
Mr. Salve appeared for the State Bank. He said we had misunderstood the purport of the order. We thought that the order was only to give those other details about the amount of the bond and the name of the party who encashed it, but not the alphanumeric details. Of course, we have all this data of the alphanumeric numbers of the bonds and we can disclose it. So the court said, all right, they passed an order saying that they must disclose it forthwith, and the chairman of the State Bank is to file an affidavit by Thursday 21st evening 5 p.m. Saying that he has disclosed all the details including the alphanumeric numbers, and that would have to be uploaded by the Election Commission.
Of course, the Supreme Court there asking the SBI chairman to file an affidavit. So by 5 o'clock in the evening today, the SBI chairman has to say that all the details have been disclosed related to electoral bonds and nothing has been withheld. As far as the data is concerned, they have nothing in their position and that all the details have been made public. Now, the CJI questioned why the SBI, the State Bank of India, has not disclosed that very crucial link. This is a link which links the political parties to the donors, and that comes in the form of an alphanumeric number. That had been withheld by the SBI. That was not provided when the first order in its language clearly stated that all details need to be made public. The SBI has been questioned for being so selective when it comes to providing those details. Of course, do remember the SBI had asked for an extension in the case, had asked for the end of June to provide the data, but it was the Supreme Court that had asked and given a deadline, asked for all the details to be provided. They had somehow mentioned that the matching exercise wasn't needed, but now they're asking for all sort of details and asking for an affidavit also to be filed by 5 o'clock in the evening, that they're not withholding any sort of information. We have my colleague Sunil Prabhu joining us. Sunil, every conceivable detail should be made public. That is what the Supreme Court has said. What was the defense of the SBI when they were questioned about that alphanumeric code?
Well, I think as you rightly pointed out, they said that this was a unique feature. They were not sure whether that was required to be done, and ultimately Mr. Harish Salve said we are ready to disclose that details too, but not before the Chambers of Commerce, the government, the State Bank of India's counsel, Mr. Salve, all attempting to try to delay the process and try to ensure that the full details did not come out. This, of course, the Supreme Court saying very categorically that we have broad shoulders. We are ready to, when we give our judgment, it is in the public domain, it's public property. You can criticize it. There is no problem. And it's in that context that when the Solicitor General said that we might give directions because they were fearing that once this full disclosure comes of the alphanumeric unique code, which will correlate between the donor and the political party, it will lead to a flood of public interest litigations to seek inquiry into various companies and how they funded, etc. in that context. So definitely a big day for transparency, accountability. By Thursday, 5 p.m., the State Bank of India will have to give all the details, and this immediately the Election Commission will have to publicize and make it public, the entire information, and put it in the public domain.